In our today's dietitian update program, we are again present here, and we are very much thankful to all the participants and all the audiences who are continuously watching us. And we are very much thankful that they are getting benefited from these sessions and they are applied in their career in the diabetes management as well as in their clinical practice. We are very much thankful, and please suggest us in which topic you want to learn, and we are there to enrich to all of you. So today we have a very interesting topic, that is role of functional foods in management of diabetes. As we know, diabetes management, mainly the type 2 diabetes, it is continuous to pose a serious threat to the whole world health. So over the years, we have seen that only the therapeutic drugs or insulin cannot improve the quality life of the diabetes person. Various research, and there are currently there are different research is continuously going on the functional foods, and it can help in diabetes management for their functional properties and the bioactive components. And this kind of functional foods can also help to reducing mainly the postprandial hyperglycemia. So on this topic, more and more evidence-based knowledge will share with us. Today we have a very eminent speaker, Chhandasi Das. She is diabetes educator and NET qualified. Currently, she is working as an assistant professor of nutrition at Chaitanya Deemed University, and she is also pursuing a PhD in microbiology, reflecting her dedication to advancing research and education in the nutrition and health sciences. She has 4 years of experience as an assistant professor. She is also contributed as a co-author of the 2 books. One is international book, which name is Nature of Nutraceuticals. Another one is a national book named Principle of Foods. We are very much proud of you, ma'am, that you have contributed such a national and international books. And we are very much thankful that you have taken out your precious time for enriching us. And we welcome you on behalf of the Diabetes Awareness and You Day. Now, over to you, this session. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you for your amazing introductory speech. I'm really grateful to attend this amazing session. Okay. So my topic is role of functional foods in management of diabetes. Okay. Now, basically, diabetes is one of the topic which is extremely common nowadays. Every houses, every community, we all have seen so many diabetic patients, and we all know what is it. If I go to the bookish definition, what it is, basically it's a chronic metabolic disease, in which we can see like elevated blood sugar level, which is we call hyperglycemia, because of maybe not secreting proper amount of insulin, or maybe the glucose receptor is not functioning properly, or maybe both the cases. Okay, so that is what, like, most of the cases, this insulin receptor, because of the disturbing insulin receptor, we see this type 2, specifically this type 2 diabetes, non-insulin dependent diabetes, we can see the most common. Okay, here we're going to talk about how we can manage through diet this diabetes. Okay. Now, before I jump into the foods and functional food, what are the functional foods and how we can incorporate all those functional foods into our diet, and what are the benefits of those foods, we need to discuss about little bit of diabetes and what is the current situation of this in worldwide as well as in our country. Now, according to the International Diabetes Federation and Diabetes Atlas of 2025, like about 589 million people are currently suffering from diabetes, and who are aged between 20 to 79 years, which is like what is the meaning of it? 9 out of 1 adult is suffering from diabetes, and out of that particular amount, half of the population is suffering for from pre-diabetes, or they are maybe diabetic, they don't know about it, completely unaware. And that is the situation of world. And speaking of our beloved country, India, as we are South Asian country, we are genetically more prone to diabetes. Okay, so not just our India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, China, these all these South Asian country, it has been seen like we are more prone to diabetes. Maybe because of the lifestyle, maybe because of the genetic. Also, so many added factors have added in recent years because of our lifestyle changes, maybe because of the dietary transition we are suffering, or the sedentary lifestyle we are having. Because of all these situations, more number of diabetes cases are increasing day by day. And what is the current situation of India? Currently, 77 million of adults who are like more than 18 years are suffering from diabetes. And approximately 25 million people in India are considered as pre-diabetic. That means they're about, like, they're on a verge of a diabetic situation. So this is the situation of our country. Okay. Now, next question is, okay, we have gotten an idea what is the diabetes and all, but can we cure it? The question is no, we cannot cure it. Still, science is still under searching the question. We cannot cure it, but can we prevent it? Answer is yes. We can prevent it. We can manage it. Moreover, of course, we can manage it. How we can manage it? Yes, there are several factors. If we look into those factors one by one, definitely we can manage it. Definitely, uh, diet is one of them. Diet, medication, stress management, physiological activity like exercise and all these factors has to be taken care of properly. Then only we can manage it for longer period of time. Okay, so of course, as we are dietitian, our duty is to talk about the diet part. Okay, now when you are talking about the diet part, here a special role will be from this functional foods. Now, what is functional food? We have heard about food. Now, what is this different thing is functional food? Or internet has a different terminology of this particular functional food. They call it superfood. What is this superfood or functional food? Why do we call it functional food? So basically, I won't discuss about the bookish thing. The basic thing is a food which provides health beyond nutrition. What is the meaning of it? Usually, when you are talking about food, any kind of food, all food has certain kind of nutrients. For example, there will be like rice or dal. So rice, what are the nutrients it has? Yes, more number of carbohydrates, some amount of your protein, and yeah, that is the thing. Like if I talk about the rice, but there are certain foods, apart from this nutrient, they have certain qualities. And because of particular phytochemical, maybe because of particular substance which is naturally present in that food, that particular thing makes this particular food as a functional food. Okay, now what are the examples of it? Probably, of course, we have heard about it. Now, like in day-to-day life, we also consume it. Okay, for example, oats, maybe soybean, maybe nuts. All these are examples. Any kind of your normal lebu, normal lemon. All these things have certain qualities, certain chemical compound, which makes this particular food as a functional food. Okay. So one by one, we're going to discuss about few foods, why we call them functional food, and what are the benefit it's providing to diabetes patients. Okay, that is the thing. Now, there are plenty of foods are there. Certain foods I have added. Okay. Now, why I have related to this, why I have like uh, with this diabetes and this functional food I have emerged. Why? What is the reason behind it? That most of the time, diabetes inside this diabetes, specifically type 2 diabetes, we see either extreme level of hyperglycemia can be seen, or maybe oxidative damage, or maybe this insulin resistance, okay, or maybe dyslipidemia. All these problems can be seen, or chronic inflammation in the digestive tract, or maybe lipid peroxidation. All these problems are quite common. Okay, so that is why it has been seen functional food. If you take functional food in your diet in proper amount, it basically helps to manage all those problems. Okay, now if I talk about what is hyperglycemia, hyperglycemia is nothing but elevated blood sugar level, like more than the normal range. Someone's blood sugar level is more above than the normal range. That is called hyperglycemia, which is pretty common. Okay, in type 2 diabetes. Insulin resistance. What is insulin resistance? Basically, their body is secreting proper amount of insulin, but the glucose receptor is not working properly. So that insulin is unable to uh, take the glucose inside the cell. So stale is starving. Stale is not getting the proper amount of that energy. That is why that is the scenario of type 2 diabetes. Dyslipidemia, that is also pretty common. That is why it has been seen that diabetic patients has elevated number of triglyceride level, or elevated LDL level, or cholesterol. All this abnormal situation, LDL level is elevated. So all this situation is like abnormal lipid profile situation, right? So if you take proper amount of nuts or seeds, which has omega-3 fatty acid, omega-6 fatty acids, all these things, it can be beneficial to prevent that situation, to prevent cardiovascular situation, also to manage this lipid profile. Okay. And of course, diet, along with the diet, exercise is also important. But here we're going to talk about just the diet part. Okay, oxidative stress is also quite common in specifically for the diabetic patients. Okay, so what are the situations? So how there are like so many things I have said already. This hyperglycemia state, inflammation, specifically in their gut health. In the gut, they have chronic digestive issues, absorption problem related to this kind of situation. So because of the inflammation. So that is why if you incorporate some such amount of like berries, or maybe normal any kind of citrus fruits, or methi, all these things, this can be beneficial in long run. Also in insulin resistance, it has been seen there are certain spices which is also acts as a functional food. That is also functional. Functional food is not just about the food. There are certain uh, spices and condiments, for example, turmeric, or maybe cinnamon, dalchini. All these things has certain amount of phytochemicals which makes that particular food as a functional food, and which can be beneficial for this insulin resistance. It can increase the insulin sensitivity of the patient. Okay. Okay. Now, types of functional food. What are the types? Different types of functional food. There are two types broadly. One is naturally with the food which has natural some compound. For example, here tomato. Tomatoes has lycopene. Lycopene is a particular thing which is already present in that tomatoes, which is antioxidant, and also because of that lycopene, tomato has that red color in it, and which is that is why we call it like tomato is a functional food because of that lycopene. Also, this any nuts, for example, walnut or almond has omega-3 fatty acids. That is why we call it functional food. So it's naturally present. We have not added anything artificially. That is why we call it like natural functional food. Okay, and there are certain foods like nowadays because all these nutritional companies and people are getting aware, our disease is also increasing and people are also getting aware nowadays. So that is why companies what they are doing, just to increase the nutritional value, they are adding certain nutrient artificially. That is why we call it fortified, to increase the nutritional value. So that is why we call it like artificial functional foods. For example, sometimes a few companies they added calcium or maybe vitamin C in their orange juice. Okay, maybe prebiotic and probiotic inside in the yogurt, all these things. Okay, like vitamin D. Sometimes they add just to increase the nutritional value. That food, that artificial food, or maybe that can be processed, but just to increase its nutritional value. Sometimes the company add, that is called the artificial functional food. So there are certain foods. Now I'm going to discuss one by one, just a list of foods uh, uh, which has all these functional components which can be beneficial for the diabetes patient. What are those? Beans. Beans means not any kind of beans. Soybean, chickpeas, um, legumes, any kind of this kind of beans has good amount of isoflavone, which is essential for the diabetes patient. Dark leafy vegetables, not just dark leafy vegetables, any kind of vegetables, any kind of leafy vegetables has good amount of fiber in it. And then it comes the citrus fruits, any kind of citrus fruits, amla, tangerine, malta, any kind of citrus fruit has powerhouse of antioxidant, which is extremely good for managing diabetes patients. Ground flax seeds, normal also, whole flax seed also equally like beneficial. Berries, tomatoes, any kind of fatty fish. Fatty fish has good amount of omega-3 fatty acid and omega-6 fatty acids. Then comes oats, nuts, yogurt, so on and so forth. So I'm going to discuss one by one certain food, which number one is oats. Why we call oats? See, whenever we, as a dietitian, whenever we give someone like weight loss diet, we tend to give oats for breakfast. Why do we give them? Because it has like good amount of fiber. Now, where does fiber coming from? So oats has a certain uh, phytochemicals that is called beta glucan, which is naturally present in that oats, which is making the oats functional food. That means oats has good amount of fiber in it. And whenever a food has fiber, we know the functions of it. What are the functions of fiber? Basically, it will give the satiety. That means if you are having oats or any kind of fibrous food, it will be in your stomach for longer period of time. So you won't feel like munching. Okay, that is the thing. Definitely it's good for your absorption and digestion process. It will improve the bowel movement. Also here, talking about the diabetes, as we are talking about the diabetes, it will help to release the blood sugar level slowly. It won't be like that insulin spike won't be there. Okay. If you are consuming any simple carb, for example, white rice or white bread or maybe biscuits or any kind of noodles or this kind of high glycemic index food, if you're consuming this, a sudden insulin spike can be seen. But if you're incorporating some kind of fibrous food in with this particular food, that glucose absorption won't be rapid. It will be slowly, which is good for the diabetic patient as well as any normal patient, any normal people for like us also. Okay, so that is what. So whenever you are giving oats, talking about the oats, we all know, but we need to talk about the form also. For example, there are certain people who don't like oats. I myself don't like oats, but if you change the form of it, if you make oats upma or oats khichdi or something, or maybe you blend that oats into powder and make it in a dough form, or mix it with normal atta, you can have it in the form of roti as well. Or maybe you can mix it with some other your um other kind of thing, for example your cookies or muffins. It, just saying, so many you can change the form of it, because not everybody likes oatmeal, so you can change the form of it. Next thing is barley or quinoa. It's not just about barley. See, I have like limited time. That's why I couldn't add all kinds of food here. Not just about barley, any kind of this fibrous millets, jowar, bajra, corn, any kind of this kind of food has good amount of fiber in it. So if you're adding this kind of food in the form of roti, in the form of any kind of food in their diet, it will help them to absorb the glucose cells one by one, like slowly. It will be beneficial for them for a longer period of time. That is also a kind of thing. Okay. Next thing, what you have this legumes. Now talking about, we are done with the grain products, grains and cereals. Then we have this legumes, and whenever we are talking about the legumes and pulses, soybean will be number one, because see, soybean is kind of a food Definitely it has isoflavone in it. Because of that isoflavone, it's a functional food, but it also has fiber in it. Because of that fiber, it's giving that satiety. And isoflavone is a natural antioxidant. That means whenever you are having this soybean in the form of curry or in the form of khichdi, soybean khichdi, that will improve the glucose metabolism overall. Also, it can be good for the inflammation. It will be easy for the management of the diabetes patient if they have certain inflammation in their gut, or maybe in the stomach, or maybe in the pancreas. It will be beneficial for them. Okay, so that is also a thing. And because of that fibrous content it will slow down the carbohydrate absorption. And also we all know soybean is a good source of protein. Maybe it's not complete protein, of course it does not have all the essential amino acids, but it has a good amount of protein. So whenever one food has protein, antioxidant, uh, automatically that the metabolism will be it will be not rapid. এটাই যদি একটা নর্মাল এমন কোনো ফুড হতো, ফর এক্সাম্পল বিস্কিট অর মেবি চিপস, ওকে, সেটাতে কি হতো, what that is nothing but empty calories. Whenever we have any kind of empty calories which is full of calories or maybe simple carb, so whenever we have this kind of food, rapid glucose spike can be seen, যেটা কিনা একদমই ঠিক না, স্পেসিফিক্যালি ফর দ্য ডায়াবেটিক পেশেন্টস। সেই জন্য it would be better if you combine with this food. For example, in our country, in this India, আমরা we are more tend to have rice. আমরা রাইসটা অনেক বেশি করে খাই, রাইস রুটি আমরা অনেক বেশি কনজিউম করে থাকি। তো সেক্ষেত্রে এটাই যদি আমরা রাইস আমরা খেতে পারি, কোনো অসুবিধা নেই, বাট এটাই যদি আমরা কম্বাইন করি রাইস উইথ সয়াবিন, with some kind of vegetables, all these things, or maybe eggs if non-vegetarian যদি হয়, so eggs, if not, if vegetarian, then you can add something else like salad or something. অটোমেটিক্যালি এই ফুডটা কিন্তু মানে ওই যে শুধু কার্বোহাইড্রেট, শুধু রাইসটা যেই পরিমাণ গ্লুকোজ সেন্সিটিভিটিটা নিত, যেই পরিমাণে স্পাইকটা আসতো, সেটা কিন্তু হবে না। It will be like slowly, because we have added fiber in it, fiber, protein, all these things in it. So that is how we have to manage. Okay, same thing if someone want to have noodles or something like this, we all consume it. It's pretty difficult to avoid all this kind of food, noodles, pasta from our daily life. It's not possible. But if they want to have noodles or pasta, you add it with vegetables. Whenever you add vegetable in it, automatically its glycemic index will be low, because of that particular because you have added vegetables in it. So that is how we have to manage. Okay, next thing is beans. Any kind of beans here, soybean, we have already talked about soybean, moong dal, kabli chola, uh, rajma, any kind of beans, any kind of pulses are great source of your like non-vegetarian, for vegetarian people, it's a great source of protein. Of course, the quantity won't be that much and it's not complete protein, but yes, it will be protein. So whenever you're making, for example, whenever you're making khichdi also, you can increase the pulses amount more than the this carbohydrate. রাইসের থেকে একটু যদি বেশি আমি প্রোটিনটা নিই, মানে ডালের অ্যামাউন্টটা বাড়াই, তাহলে অটোমেটিক্যালি কিন্তু এটা একটু বেনিফিট হয়ে যায় ফর ডায়াবেটিক পেশেন্টস। সিমিলারলি যদি আমরা ধোসা বানাই বা ইডলি বানাই, ইডলির ক্ষেত্রে বলছি, ওই বিউলির ডালটা যদি একটু বেশি নিই, কোনো অসুবিধা নেই, তাতে কোনো সমস্যা নেই, আরামসে ওটা হবে, হবে না তার কোনো মানে নেই, ইট উইল বি, বাট it will be beneficial for the diabetic patient and as well as anybody. And why beans are a good source of, not just good source, how it is beneficial, because it has resistant starch. Whenever a food has resistant starch, it acts like insulin, okay, in the small intestine. That is why it produces short chain fatty acids. That is why whenever one food is producing short chain fatty acids, it is beneficial for the management of lipid profile, because it will automatically improve the LDL level, and it will indirectly prevent the heart cardiovascular diseases. because for the diabetic patient, cardiovascular problems are quite common. So for those patients, it's quite good if you give them মুগ ডাল খাচ্ছিলা, কিংবা আমরা ডালের কোনো অন্যরকম কোনো জিনিস বানিয়ে দিলাম, ওটা অনেক বেটার হয়। বা আরেকটা খাবার এখানে পাওয়া যায় সাউথে, সেটা হচ্ছে পেসারাট্টু বলে আমরা, ধোসাই বেসিক্যালি, বাট উই মেক ইট উইথ মুগ dal. We just have to soak the moong dal. Then you have to grind the moong dal in the grinder. Then you have to like use it in the, just like dosa. We call it pesarattu. Good source of protein, great option for breakfast, and you will get fiber out of it. You'll get protein out of it, and it's really tasty. So instead of normal dosa, you can have this pesarattu. That is how you can do these things. Next thing is cabbage. Now, cabbage is basically not just cabbage, any kind of cruciferous vegetables. As I just told you, cruciferous vegetables, like they are already sulfur containing compound they have, and they have like powerhouse of antioxidants. They have like naturally they have good amount of vitamin C, ascorbic acid, which is a natural antioxidant. And whenever a food has antioxidant, definitely it will help to uh, prevent the oxidative damage, which is already going inside their body, inside their pancreas, or maybe some other part of their digestive tract. So it will be beneficial for them if you give them this kind of any kind of fruits and vegetables. Okay. But yes, I'm not asking them to give this cauliflower or something, this cabbage every day, because it's naturally goitrogens. But yes, some or the other day, once in a week or twice in a week, you can give them, not a problem, in the form of vegetables, in the form of maybe some, in the form of salad, sandwich, you can give. It's amazing. And also, whenever you are giving this kind of food, it will be like the glucose spike, it won't be there. So it's in the long run, they can maintain their blood sugar level. It will prevent the hyperglycemic state. Okay. And at the same time, as they have like satiety, all this fiber containing things are there, that is equally beneficial for the prevention of cardiovascular diseases. Next thing, okay, now we have talked about almost this fruits and vegetables, okay, the cereal pulses, but whenever we're talking about this uh, functional food, how can we forget about this nuts? Nuts are the powerhouse of nutrition, we all know. Why do we call it powerhouse? Because it can be small in amount, but it has protein, it has full of micronutrients such as iron, calcium, zinc, manganese, magnesium, all these things. That is why we call, like, it's nutritionally quite dense. That is why not just diabetic patient, for normal people also, if you have this kind of nuts and seeds in your daily life, it's really beneficial uh, for various aspects. You can prevent cardiovascular diseases, you can maintain your weight, your lipid profile will be normal, all these things. Okay, but moreover, see, we all know why we need to have this nuts and seeds, but most of the people don't know when to have it and how to have it. That is equally important. Okay, now it would be better if you consume it early in the morning. Soaked will be better because they have this anti-nutrient in the outer shell of their body. That is why it's like recommended. It would be better if you want to utilize its nutrition properly. It would be better if you like ভিজিয়ে জলে ভিজে যদি খাওয়া হয়, it would be better. Okay, and যদি সারা রাত ধরে ভিজিয়ে রাখা যায়, that would be better. If not, if you forgot to soak it for overnight, that is also fine. You can do, if you have 10 minutes also, you can pour some warm water. You take a glass, you put some warm water into it and keep them for 10 minutes, for good 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, if you come, you'll be seeing the peel is already off, like মানে খোসাটা এমনি এমনি আলাদা হয়ে থাকে, so it will be easier for you to remove it. মানে যদি কেউ ভুলে গিয়ে থাকে, that is also one kind of hack. So it would be better if you consume it without the cover, specifically for this almonds. And also one more thing, you can have it most of the time in Indian. I don't know why, that where exactly that habit came from. So many people, they consume nuts and seeds with tea. uh, that should not be the case. You should not combine your food with tea or coffee. If at all you want to consume something, uh, if you want to consume tea or coffee, have it with biscuits or cookies, not with any kind of food. Don't combine, because as a nutritionist we all know, uh, naturally it has tannin and caffeine, which is which can hinder the calcium and iron absorption. So that is why, and as we all know, almonds and walnuts has good amount of iron and calcium in it. So if you consume with tea, most of the iron you're not going to get. Because of that, it works as an anti-nutrient. That tannin works as an anti-nutrient. So that it would be better if you consume it early in the morning, সকালবেলা আমি একটুখানি জলে দিয়ে ভিজিয়ে নিলাম, ওটা যদি খাই better. Also, if you want to have mixed nuts, so you also want to have, you can have, that would be better if you have in the afternoon or maybe in the evening. But don't combine it with any kind of your beverages like tea or coffee. That would be better. That is prescribed basically. Okay. And why we have it, uh, speaking about the lipid profile and all, why are we talking about all these things with elevated LDL level, or low decreased level of HDL, which should not be the case. So basically, there is a way. Only like 90% is dependent on your physical activity. In that way you can increase your HDL level, like the good cholesterol in your body, you can increase it through your physical activity, through your like you have to do some sort of physical activity that can help to manage your HDL level. And 10% is basically depends on your diet, on if you consume any fatty fish, and if you consume this nuts or seeds, any kind of food. That is the kind of thing. And yes, uh, because chronic diabetic patients, it has been seen that most of them are suffering from this cardiovascular problem. That is why I'm enhancing this particular thing a lot. Definitely you should incorporate some amount of nuts or seeds. That can be anything. That can be pistachio, walnut, almond. That can be anything. You have this at least 5 to 10 grams, 5 to 8 grams at least in the morning. That would be better. Okay. Next thing is flaxseed. So it's not just about flaxseed. Like as I told you, so many foods are there. I just have added limited foods like flaxseed. You can have chia seeds as well. These have like certain compound that can like stimulate the insulin secretion for the type 1 diabetes as well. So it would be better if you consume it in the form of some. Most of the people, we Google it. We know what are the foods is essential and all, but most of the people don't know how to add those food in your normal daily diet. That is a great question, basically. So flaxseed, one thing you can do, you can have it in the form of detox water early in the morning. That is one thing you can do. Another one you can do, if at all you forgot or something, you can make cookies. Biscuit বানাতে পারি আমরা বাড়িতে যদি কারোর baking এ interest থাকে, biscuit or muffins or maybe cakes. We can add it. In that way we can use that. If at all that is also not possible, you can do another thing, that you can grind it, make a powder of it, you keep it, and you add it in your normal vegetables or maybe dal. And that way you can increase its nutritional value, and you'll get it like chia seeds or flaxseed, you'll get it. Because most of this chia seeds and this flax seeds, they have like good amount of micronutrients as well as amount of amino acid also there. So it will be beneficial for the diabetic patient in long run. Next thing is karela. It's one of my favorite sabzi, basically উচ্ছে আমাদের. Definitely no, it's just not just karela, আপনাদের ঝিঙে, পটল, লাউ, এই প্রত্যেকটা সবজি কিন্তু খুবই ইম্পর্টেন্ট, খুবই মানে ডায়াবেটিস ম্যানেজমেন্টে খুবই হেল্প করে থাকে। It's pretty helpful if you add these things in your daily diet. It will be beneficial for your insulin sensitivity, specifically for the type 2 diabetes, because most of them, their glucose receptor is not working. They are suffering from insulin resistance. So if you consume this kind of food on a daily basis, it will be beneficial for you in a long run to maintain the blood sugar level. Okay. Next thing is berries. Speaking about berries, see, raspberry and blueberry is not that much local, I know, but amla is. Indian gooseberry is. Uh, it's available everywhere. We can make some amla ka murabba or something, or maybe you can have this fresh amla also. You just cut it just um, right after your lunch, or you should not have it empty stomach. It should be some kind of food inside in your stomach. Then you should have it after your lunch. You can have it. This uh, আমলকি কেটে আমরা খেতে পারি। অনেকেই আছে আমাদের আমাদের দেশে, মানে আমাদের কলকাতাও দেখতাম বাড়িতে, what they do, mom used to do, they cut it, those the piece they cut it and they store it, they sun dry it, with application of some amount of salt and all, and then they store it. uh, it's not that much beneficial actually, because vitamin C, it's there, na? Vitamin C is photosensitive. Whenever you are sun drying it, most of the vitamin C is destroying in that process. So it's not that much beneficial. It would be better if you consume it just freshly, just cut it freshly and just have it would be better. Also, what you can do, one thing, if at all you're not able to do, don't sun dry it, but make it like pickle or something like that, but don't sun dry it. But freshly, if you want to have freshly, that is the best option for any kind of patient, because it has good amount of antioxidant, and that antioxidant is basically protecting that oxidative damage which is inside the pancreas, inside the pancreas beta cells basically. It would be beneficial for them. Okay, and it has like enhance the insulin signal also, just to protect the cells. So that is why you can add any kind of berry, specifically আমলা তো মানে যে কোনো সময় যে কোনো জায়গায় পাওয়া যায়। আমরা মানে it's widely available thing, it's not that much like unavailable kind of thing. So if possible, berries, you try to add berries, strawberries, gooseberry, cranberry, mulberry, any kind of berry, if it is possible, if it is available in the local, you should add this in your daily diet. Okay, next thing is cinnamon. Maybe it's spices. Now we're going to discuss a few of the spices. Cinnamon is definitely one of them. It has antimicrobial properties as well. Also, it has like it enhances the insulin receptor functions. Okay, now how we can have this? Sometimes we can add little bit of cinnamon, pinch of cinnamon in your coffee, in your regular coffee. That way you can have it. Also, if you want to like interested in baking or something, you can add this in your biscuits, in your cookies, or maybe in your muffin or cakes. That is also a fine great option. Then basically it helps them to lower the fasting glucose level. That is why. Also, if not possible, you can make it a detox water early in the morning, and you just have it. That is also fine. Anything is okay. Next thing is garlic. Garlic has like, apart, definitely it's one of the quite important functional food. Apart from this insulin sensitivity and all that, it works as lactagogues, galactagogues. It helps in digestion. It has antioxidant properties. It has antimicrobial properties. So many factors, so many benefit is has as a functional food. It's a great option. So also one more thing, as it helps to lower the blood cholesterol level, specifically the diabetic patient who are suffering from abnormal lipid profile and all. They should have aqua rosun in their meal, পাতে aqua রসুন দিয়ে সে খেতে পারে, যদি পসিবল হয় তো ইটস ওকে। যদি না হয় কোনো অসুবিধা নেই। ইন জেনারেল আমরা কোনো সবজির মধ্যেও খাচ্ছি, দ্যাট ইজ অলসো ইকুয়ালি beneficial, not a problem. How and why I told you, it's powerhouse of so many important uh, event. It just gives so many benefits to our body, apart from this cholesterol and all. Also, it has anti-aging properties. So as I just told you, garlic is an amazing food. Anyway, it helps to lower the total cholesterol level. Also helps to lower the LDL level, which is like bad cholesterol in your body, which helps to, it basically helps to lower the bad cholesterol. Okay, next thing is turmeric, our haldi. Of course, it has antimicrobial properties and antioxidant properties also it has. এটা তো আমরা খেয়েই থাকি আমরা as Indian, not just Indian subcontinents, we all this India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, this area we consume haldi a lot. Sometimes we use it in noodles also. But yes, it's equally benefit, specifically for the reduction of the inflammation in our body in the long run. And also it improves the insulin sensitivity. That is why. Another one, in general, popularly we use it in the curry and all. But if you want to have it in a different form, you can make it haldi doodh. যেটা আমরা বাদাম দুধ যেমন খাই ওরকম হালদি দুধ ওটাও খেতে পারি, ওটাও কিন্তু শরীরের জন্য খুব ভালো, ইটস ইকুয়ালি বেনিফিশিয়াল ফর দ্য বডি. Next thing is fenugreek seeds. It has been like widely uh, give suggestion that uh, early morning we should have, you know, detox water, like methi seeds detox water. We should soak some 1 teaspoon of this methi seeds, and we should have that particular water, that soaked water, overnight soaked water, early in the morning in empty stomach. Why? Because it helps to lower the blood sugar level in the long run. It's quite essential. Also, that is why we call it basically functional food. If it is possible in the form of seed, you can have. If it is not possible, you can have in the form of this shark also, methi shark. You can make it like a paratha methi roti or methi paratha or methi ka sabzi, methi aloo sabzi, anything. It's really tasty. uh, because if you consume it, your blood sugar level this hyper, you can really prevent this hyperglycemia state in a long run, specifically for any kind of diabetic patient. And it's very tasty also, this methi sabzi and all. Okay, next thing is tea. As I just told you, so many foods are there. It's not just about tea. Here I have added this green tea maybe, but any tea in this world has antioxidant properties, we all know. As long as tea is benefit for your body, of course it's beneficial for your body, as long as you're not adding it with milk or sugar. As long as you're having it in the form of liquor, that is absolutely good for your body. Okay, and definitely this green tea has polyphenols in it. It's amazing antioxidants, and that can basically break down the carbohydrate. That insulin spike, it won't be there. So definitely you should have it. It will boost your metabolism as well. That is why sometimes some people believe that if you consume green tea, you lose weight. Uh, green tea is not directly involved in any kind of weight loss, but yeah, it, basically it helps to detoxify your body. It will remove the toxins from your body, which is like whatever the toxins is producing because of the oxidative stress in your body. It will help you to remove all those, detoxify all those toxins from your body. Yes, and it will boost your metabolism overall. So indirectly it will help. But if you're consuming biryani along with this green tea and all, you're not going to see any kind of result. So mainly, if you really want to go for the weight loss or something, you have to focus on your macros. That is the main thing. Anyway, you are talking about diabetes here. Definitely for diabetes patient, any kind of patient, you can have this tea without sugar. Any tea without the sugar, that is fine. Liquor tea is absolutely fine. Okay. Next, okay, we are all already done with all kinds of food, like naturally antioxidant foods and naturally functional foods. We have already discussed. Now I'm going to discuss few of the fortified foods, which is like artificial antioxidants. Uh, we in general we buy, we can see in the supermarket or in the community, we can see. Okay, those are naturally not available, but yes, some company have done that just to increase its nutritional value and yes, the availability to make the product more appealing, to more to get more importance. What are those? Few of them is vitamin D fortified milk. Now, milk has some amount of vitamin D, but sometimes what companies do, they fortify it with vitamin A, vitamin D, or maybe calcium. They add it artificially just to increase its nutritional value. That makes the particular food as this functional food. Or maybe sometimes they add in the yogurt as well this artificial uh, vitamin D or this calcium, this kind of things. And if you consume this kind of yogurt or this kind of milk or something, it will beneficial for your body. It will improve the glycemic control, and yes, in a long run that is beneficial. Next thing, now in the supermarket sometimes you can see this this omega 3 fortified eggs. Naturally, egg does not have that much amount of omega 3 fatty acid. Yes, it has good amount of protein, some amount of cholesterol it has, yes, and there's a particular thing present in the eggs, that is choline, which is extremely good for liver cells. But yes, sometimes what they have added, sometimes they add some kind of omega 3 fatty acids, like they have added artificially just to increase its nutritional value. What makes basically this, they, if you're consuming this, for example, a patient, a diabetic patient who has like elevated blood sugar level already, but they have abnormal lipid profile, maybe the triglyceride level is above 150 milligram per dl or something. In that situation, if you consume this kind of eggs, that is beneficial. Okay, that will improve the overall lipid profile. Okay, that is also a kind of thing, as will that will also prevent the cardiovascular disease, which is a major concern in diabetic patients. Okay, next thing is this probiotic and prebiotic. Now we all know what is prebiotic and probiotic. If you're consuming any kind of fermented food, here in South, right now I'm in South India, Hyderabad. So here they consume lot of fermented food like idli, dosa. All these things are that, like idli, dosa is quite pretty common. We consume, we love, most of the people love, and it's a great option for breakfast. What happens whenever you are consuming fermented food? Fermented means it has some kind of prebiotics in the food, and which is extremely beneficial for the gut microbiome. There are certain bacteria, good bacteria present in our gut, and if you consume this kind of food, that microbiome amount will be increased, and it will be beneficial for you, because in the end, that will be it will boost your metabolism. It will be it gives a great it will improve your skin. It will be great for your lipid profile, because whenever you're consuming this fermented food and all, it will improve your short chain fatty acid. And short chain fatty acid is, if it is increasing, then your LDL level will be low. It prevent, like indirectly it's preventing basically the cardiovascular diseases. Okay, so that is also one more kind of thing. And also, if you're consuming fermented foods, maybe in the form of this natural fermented food, or maybe this artificial fermented, this yogurt and all, it is beneficial for the diabetic patient, because it basically it helps in the carbohydrate metabolism. Okay, it overall improves that carbohydrate digestion process, absorption process. Okay, and it will lower the blood sugar level. That is also one more kind of thing. And it's kind of a gut repair thing, as I just told you. Extremely, always, being a, if you're diabetic, you're not diabetic, not a problem. We should consume fermented food on a daily basis, I believe. Okay, next thing is protein fortified food. There are certain, as I just told you, there are certain companies, what they are doing, like in their bread, in their biscuits, in their this any kind of powder form, they're incorporating some kind of protein in it just to increase its nutritional value. I don't know if you have seen it or not. Nowadays, in the supermarket, they have like, there was like long term, in a long days ago, they have this brown breads and all. But nowadays, what they are doing, they are adding some kind of seeds, some kinds of this oats, or this flax seeds, chia seeds in the this bread. You can see them. Zero Maida. This is a particular company which is available in the supermarket. Zero Maida. Huh? And you can see this kind of bread is available. So basically, what they are doing, they are increasing its nutritional value, so that they can drag. People are getting more aware nowadays. The people will be buying. Okay, they have this. Okay, they have this flaxseed in the bread. They have oats in the breads. So that is why, just to drag the attention of the consumer, they are doing all these things. But yeah, more or less that is fine. But I would still not recommend at first place, as these things all are processed food. You should refrain yourself from consuming any kind of processed food. But if at all, if you want to consume, okay, for example, someone is working, most of the people are working nowadays. We hardly get time for ourselves to make early morning and breakfast and all. So sometimes people are tend to depend on this kind of bread or something which is like already available. So for those patients who are not able to make like normal roti, normal ragi roti or something, jowar roti or bajra roti or normal roti, you can opt for this kind of options, which like protein roti, or maybe this uh, like already some kind of seeds or nuts are already there in that particular bread. You can opt for those options. Okay. And also diabetic protein shake, that is also kind of available in the market. Yes, orange juices fortified with calcium, like nowadays, like I just told you, orange juices, like so many orange juices like Tropicana, so many orange juices are available in the market. What they are doing, they're incorporating calcium or maybe vitamin C in that particular juice just to increase its nutritional value. You can opt for that. That is also kind of thing. So yeah, some food items, food dishes I have added in the last slides, that of course I, if I'm giving one lecture about like what food and all food, I should give some suggestions also. Of course, some of you have already know how to do and what not to do, but I can give some suggestion. If you opt for this kind of food, it would be beneficial for your diet. For example, methi roti, you can make methi roti. For example, methi sabzi is fine. Methi roti, methi paratha, extremely beneficial. It will be like you're incorporating fiber with the carbohydrate. Definitely, glucose spike, that insulin spike won't be there. It will be beneficial for the long run. That is also fine. Loki raita, we all love raita. Okay, you can add some vegetables in it like loki. Like you can add that. I'm not asking you to add um karela and all. It won't go well. It won't be a good combination maybe. But yes, loki raita is fine. Here already prebiotic is there, prebiotic probiotic is already there, and you're incorporating some kind of vegetable in it just to increase, like, it will be a smart option. Ragi laddu, yeah, this is like it's a great option actually. Ragi laddu mein you can add some kind of your chia seeds, your flax seeds, your oats, all these things you can add, nuts you can add. So it's a great option for your munching if you really want to have munch something, after after lunch, or maybe in the afternoon, maybe in the evening time, we have a tendency to munch, specifically the people who are working outside, who are sitting in the office, uh, sitting in the laptop like me, and they want to have something spicy or something like interesting. You can carry this ragi laddu. Maybe ragi is one part, but you can make this with this uh, flax seeds, chia seeds, any kind of nuts, oats, all these things. You can combine it with little bit of jaggery. It's a great option. It's a tasty as well and healthy. Healthy milk, as I just told you, instead of normal milk, you can if you can tolerate. Like so many adult people, they cannot tolerate milk in a daily basis. Then you can avoid. But if you are able to like if you are able to consume, if you are able to digest, then you should opt for milk. Not a problem. You can combine that with haldi. ओके, करला का सब्जी विद दाल, दैट इज फाइन. ओट्स खिचड़ी, वेजिटेबल्स, ओट्स ओट्स का आप कुछ भी बना सकते हैं. आप तो ओट्स का चीला बना सकते हैं. आप ओट्स का यू कैन ग्राइंड दैट इन, मेक मिक्स इन योर नॉर्मल रोटी. यू कैन मेक नॉर्मल रोटी with oats laddu. You can make oats, you can make some pancake out of it, oats cookies. You can make ample amount of, if you really want to, high protein besan chila, any kind of chila. Okay, you can make like besan ka chila, moong dal ka chila. Great option for breakfast. Okay, dalia upma, amla murabba, jowar bajra roti, buttermilk is a great option. Chashni, uh, sh- mm, uh, शायद से हिंदी में इसको चाशनी बोलते हैं. बटर मिल्क इज अ ग्रेट ऑप्शन for specifically for afternoon snacks, afternoon time, or maybe you can have it in the mid morning as well. Yeah, you can, it's a great option. If you want to have it in the breakfast along with some food, that is also fine. Buttermilk, it's a great option for your gut health also, for your diabetic, if already blood sugar level is elevated in that situation. Yes, chickpea masala, any kind of chickpea salads like hummus or something. Uh, I just love this particular salad, hummus. You just have to grind the chickpeas, or if it is not available, then dry white peas. You soak it, you boil it, then you grind it with a pinch of oil, like pinch of olive oil also fine. Normal oil is also fine. Add some amount of salt in it, and you have it. You can add it at some like vegetables like capsicums, corn, or maybe cucumber, tomato. Along with it, you can have it just the hummus also. It's amazing, tasty, and also full of protein and fiber in it. So yeah, that is all about today. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your fantastic session. We have a few questions in our FB page. Number one is how many times of coffee is being prescribed?
Mm, just a second, I have to check.
Is being prescribed.
Hmm. Coffee. See, 1 to 2 times is completely fine. Should not be more than two. That would be like coffee. See, 1 to 2 times is completely fine. Should not be more than. Yeah. Yes, ma'am. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes. And I think that coffee should be black. I think.
Absolutely
Yes,
black. Black coffee
black
is great
coffee.
option. Black coffee is great option. Specifically nowadays, like increasing case of fatty liver. If you see, like most of the people are suffering from fatty liver. If you're consuming black coffee is like one stop solution of this fatty liver problem. Actually, it's a proven. It's a proven fact, scientifically proven. If someone is suffering from fatty liver, definitely they should consume 1 to 2 cup of black coffee without sugar, without milk. That is
And
great
I
option
think,
for
madam, that
antioxidant.
cup measurement is also very important. Like in general, people, when we say about the cup, sometimes it could be the big mug
No,
of the coffee. So yeah, for
cup
that
should not
reason,
be this.
just
That is mug. If someone is
yeah,
considering
yeah.
this as a cup, that's called mug. That cannot be cup. Cups
Yes,
is just
because of
simple
as
cup.
you know, this is the winter season and people love to have the coffee or chai or the
Yes,
normal milk coffee with a mug, not in the
yes,
cup.
cup,
So
cup,
that's why.
cup
Yeah.
form. Yeah.
So
So if
another
someone is
question,
yes.
yes, another question is in which time green tea is provided for the person who has the diabetes?
Yes, ma'am. Come again.
Yes, which time the green tea can provide it to the person with diabetes?
Timing is not that.
Basically the diabetes person, how much green tea or the what is the but timing to have the green tea? Actually, this is her question.
Timing, understood, understood. Timing is fine. See, you can have early in the morning, you can have mid morning or afternoon also, but should not be more than like it cannot be 10 cups or 6 cups. Not should not be like that. 2 to 3 cups is fine. Green tea, but should not be combined with any kind of food. There are so many people who like they do this kind of habit in India. I have seen they most of the time they consume coffee, tea or coffee with roti or bread or something with any kind of curry. Don't do that. It's a not a good
Okay.
option. It's not a great habit. Hmm. 1 to 2 cup is fine.
So yeah, thank you so much. There is another question. So it is not that much related in today's session, but just listen the questions if it is possible for you. In April 2025, IDF has referred a new type diabetes that is called the malnutrition diabetes.
Malnutrition diabetes.
Yeah, so he's asking that how it's different from other types of diabetes and why it is usually found in African continent region only.
Okay. So basically,
Yeah.
it has been seen. It's recently we are talking about it, but when I was in MSc, I read it. Like it was mentioned in the books also. malnutrition related diabetes. It has been
Yeah,
seen.
so basically that is the malnutrition leads to the
Because of
diabetes.
that severe
Yeah, so
macronutrient
actually
deficiency
IDF has
level.
officially
Yes.
now
Hmm.
it's declared,
Hmm.
but otherwise it was there. It was
It
there.
was there. It was
Yes,
there.
it
Now
was
we are
there.
talking about it. Yes.
But now the IDF officially said because now the number is increasing.
Number is increasing because of
Yeah.
in the African continents and all. Yes, that can be seen if your like body is not getting macronutrients, any kind of nutrition, specifically the macronutrition that can lead to the that can uh, uh, one kind of oxidative stress in the pancreas that can disrupt the insulin secretion or maybe the sensitivity that can
Yes, and the
absolutely
malnutrition
decrease.
is place-wise is different. Sometimes it is like from the maternal
Yes,
malnutrition
yes, maternal genetic.
or
Mother was
genetic,
also
yeah,
suffering. Yeah, family
or
wise.
in the early childhood for some reason, or if that reason is the low resource food area, I think that could be the
Yes,
reason
yes,
for the malnutrition. And this is a non-autoimmune basically.
yes.
So
No, not
that's
true.
why it is different from type 1 diabetes. So I think, yeah. So these are the reason. And definitely in another diabetes educator update, we can talk more about this elaborately because, yeah,
Yes,
now
sure,
it is
ma'am.
very alarming about a
Yes,
type
this is
5.
yes,
And
type
now
5.
there are so many research work is going on from India also. So I am touched with some seniors sir who are working in the JIPMER also. So they have shared with me. And I think not only Africa, the participants who have asking now, being the diabetes educator, we should be more alert about this. And like in our regional areas, wherever we are practicing,
Where
I think
the
there were
global
so
hunger
many,
index is
yeah, is
mm,
there. So
across
we
the
need to
country.
be more aware about that. And we need to also think about their history and all because of the diagnosis of type 5 is very difficult because of
Quite difficult.
that set you need. Otherwise, maximum time people are misdiagnosed with the type 1 or type 2.
Yes,
Yeah, yeah. So thank you so much, ma'am, for your precious time. And I hope
likewise.
in future we can discuss with you on another topic. Uh,
Sure, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Have a good night. And I wish to all the participants who have watched today, um, good night and take care. And whatever information, the new knowledge you have gained, please try to apply. If you will not apply, so only knowledge is nothing. So only I'm gaining the knowledge. That's like I know this is good for me, but I am following what I was used to follow, and which is
Yes.
not healthy for me.
That's why
So
I
try
tried
to,
to.
yes.
That's
So
why I tried
try
to give them some
to
examples so that they can.
incorporate all these things in your daily life. Try because of try can achieve your motto. So that wish will be there from our end. So be safe. Take care. Good night to all. Thank you
Thank you,
so
ma'am.
much,
Thank
ma'am.
you so much. Good night, ma'am.